Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Draws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video guys, we're going to be drawing Scorbunny. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, then let's get started. Just keep in mind guys that he's not going to end up looking like the reference 100%, but we do end up getting pretty close. And like my other tutorials, we're going to start off by doing a circle. And just remember to do your line slide, because we are going to start off by doing a sketch, and then you guys are going to do your final drawing. Once we have our circle guys, we're gonna split it in half both ways. And I made a mistake right away by on the circle. If you guys notice, the bottom right is kind of like cut off. It's not a proper circle, so that does affect my drawing in the end. So just try to make your circle as perfect as you can. And then we're gonna do the ears, and they're basically the length of the actual circle. As you guys see, I'm using my fingers for that, and the same for the body. The body is basically the length of half of the circle. Now that we have that, we start on doing the legs, which are really short, but he does have really long feet, so that's one of the things that we're working on right now. And just try to do the feet the same size. That's one of those things that you guys might want to pay attention to. Another thing that you guys saw me pointing out right there is the thickness of the arm should be the same thickness as the legs, or at least close to it. I think the arms are a little bit thicker than the actual legs, but we could use that as a reference. And then just make sure that your arms line up in the same area, because they do not connect to the circle. So that's one of those things you guys might want to pay attention to. And now that we have that, we could actually start by erasing some of these reference lines. And right here for the ears guys, we could just start by doing them right there. And then the same as this one. And one of those things that I messed up again was the size of the ears. They should be the same size roughly, but mine, I made it a little bit small, the right one a little bit smaller than the left. Once we have that, we could just cut the ear in half, and that'll give us the perfect length for the inner ear. We just erase some of those reference lines, we don't need them no more. And I cut the ear in half both ways again, because it does split off right there for the pink line that he has going across. Alright, so now for his face guys, or his head, I actually extend the head a little bit because his head is not a perfect circle. I didn't do it enough, so if you guys right now want to do a little bit more of an oval shape, go ahead. Because that does affect the drawing in the end. And then around there guys, we can start by doing the band-aid as well as the eyes. And then one of the problems that I had was on the eyes, I couldn't get them the same size, so I do work on that later on. And now the nose is right in the middle of the band-aid, and then we could just connect it to the mouth down here. Now for the actual whiskers guys, the whiskers, one thing that I noticed about the whiskers is that they don't go higher or too much higher than the actual band-aid. So that's one of those things that I noticed. So now this one, I try to make it like on the same level as the other one, and then once again just try to make the two bigger whiskers the same size as well as the smaller ones. One of those things is that on the right side they're a little bit higher, but that's due to the fact of the way that I'm looking at the paper, because I'm not over it. I don't want to cover the camera, so that's one of those things that happen when I'm doing a video. Now that we have that guys, we can start right here by cutting off or doing a line for the actual toes on the feet. Now that we have that, we can do the fingers on the hands, and then the tail. And we're basically done guys. Now it's just about erasing all these reference lines. That's why I have the reference up there, that way you guys know how it should end up looking like. And once you guys erase all your reference lines that we have, it's just about improving your drawing, or your sketch I mean. Just make any changes just to make it a little bit better. Like I said, one of those things that I would change just by looking at it right now, if I could go back, would be the size of the head, or the shape of the head I mean, and the bottom right of his head, because it just doesn't look right. But yeah, so I did end up coloring it. As you guys can see here, I used my Copic markers, and he doesn't have that much color, which made him really easy to color, but still, like, I didn't have the right colors for it, which is kind of what matters. But overall, I'm happy with it, and I think it came out alright. And then right here, I'm just using the light gray for the shadows. And overall I'm happy with it. Like I said, if you guys see the bottom right, it's like the line, it's not like a curved line, it's kind of like shaky. That's one of those mistakes that I made, but I try to go back and correct it. As you guys see here on the final picture of the drawing, I went back and I used my white gel pen just to erase that, because that's something that I should have fixed with my pencil, not once I finished the outline in pen. So like I said, there's just so much that I could have fixed with this drawing, but like I said, I'm gonna call out my mistakes, and hopefully you guys could make yours a little bit better. But yeah guys, so that's gonna be it for this drawing. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket draws out.